uncertain and is cross-functional. So using a framework definitely helps within a project. I think there are some questions. I'll see if I can answer them right now, or maybe I just have one more section to cover, and if we can do this at the end of that section. Oh, there are lots of questions. Okay, what I'll do is there's a small section. I'll just cover that, and then we'll go straight for questions. So all what we have been discussing until now is a project. That's what we've been discussing until now. Now we saw that project is going to deliver an output, which is going to give you some kind of an outcome. Now, outcome itself is not what you're trying to achieve. The project is trying to achieve a benefit, or it is trying to help you be in a position wherein you can achieve benefits. But the project cannot wait for the benefits to be realized. I mean, there can be some benefits which will be realized during the life of the project, but there will also be benefits which may be realized maybe 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, so on. So project cannot be kept open until all the benefits are realized. So either you leave it on the user to confirm that the benefits are being realized, or you have something called program. Now, program is basically where you manage similar set of projects which are working differently, delivering different outputs. Together they are trying to achieve one common goal, right? That becomes part of a program. Now, program will take the outputs or the outcome from all these projects and make sure that the benefits are realized, right? So it becomes a responsibility of the program. So it is trying to achieve those benefits which will at the organizational level help you achieve your strategies. So basically projects become part of program, and multiple programs which are trying to achieve one objective in terms of the strategy of the organization, they become part of the portfolio. Now, it doesn't mean that the portfolio program and projects have to be at the organizational level. It can be at the divisional level or the functional business unit level as well, right? So maybe for a very large organization, it can be within divisions, within HR division, within IT division, so on and so forth, or multiple business units. Or for a smaller organization, but not that small, you can have portfolio at the organization level, program, and then projects. And how this all starts is basically there's a maturity level while we are doing all this. You don't start with the portfolios right away. Basically, you start managing projects, but now you see that these projects are trying to achieve common benefits or common outcome, so you put them under program. Now, similar programs would try to achieve a strategy, so you say that, okay, it's a good idea to set up a portfolio. Initially, for smaller organizations, it is bottom-up approach, and for a very large organization, it is top-down approach, or it can be bottom-up approach again. But the idea is, it all starts initially bottom-up, but later on, in the life of the organization, this would transform into top-down. So first, let's say if the maturity level is higher, maturity level of the portfolio program and project is higher within an organization would decide a new strategy. So they would see a need for a portfolio to implement the strategy to achieve the strategic objective. Now the portfolio would see a need of a program which will help them achieve these strategies by means of benefits. Now program would help them identify right projects which are required to achieve these benefits. So that is how it transforms from bottom-up approach to top-down approach. So these are projects, programs, and portfolio. Now, OGC has set of frameworks to help you. To help you do these